travel back in time. Whoa, right where we belong. Maybe we'll never need a reason why. Whoa, we're dancing till the dawn.
Hello everyone, Sabi here, and yes, Xbox Spot, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to make another video about the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, episode 2. Of course, I was going to post a Moon Knight video, episode 2, but, well, I guess there are some exceptions to what I had to review. So I'm gonna do Obi-Wan Kenobi, and well, let's hope this one doesn't get a copyright claim. I can only hope. But I don't want to waste you guys' time, so let's get started, shall we? So the episode begins with Obi-Wan meditating, remembering the sister's words, that Anakin is still alive. As this happens, we get a little montage of crispy Anakin getting out of his healing chamber to his transformation as Darth Vader, where he then has a meeting with the third sister. He basically tells her that he doesn't care about the Grand Inquisitor, and that all that matters is that she finds Obi-Wan. Not only that, but also giving him a pretty sweet deal of becoming the Grand Inquisitor if she managed to capture Obi-Wan. We then cut to Obi-Wan, who managed to fix Leia's droid. And as if right on time, they managed to arrive at Mos Posa. Obi-Wan tells Leia that this place is a mining system and it actually used to have a lot of fields and family. That was the case until the Empire. Leia was curious about that topic because she thought that the Empire was supposed to help them, in which Obi-Wan responds that her dad and her people are trying to, essentially telling her that the Empire aren't what they say. As he said this, Obi-Wan got a case of deja vu as he sees Anakin in the distance, only to realize it was only a hallucination. But then cut to the third sister arriving at a underwater base. She tells the other Inquisitors that Obi-Wan is most likely at one of the mining systems. Though despite telling them this, they're a bit hesitant on following her orders, especially the guy with the samurai helmet, as he states that he was the next in line to be Grand Inquisitor. However, it only took them to follow her orders after she tells them that Vader allowed her to lead the hunt. So they followed her command and activated a bunch of droids to hunt down Obi-Wan. We then come back to Obi-Wan and Leia as they hitch a ride on a truck from a guy named Vec. Along the way, they manage to be accompanied by a bunch of stormtroopers who hitch a ride with Vec. Since the stormtroopers are looking for a Jedi, aka Obi-Wan, Obi-Wan makes a cover story for him and Leia so they can throw him off. So they tell the stormtroopers that they're both mother and father, and the little girl, his name is Luma. Though he did accidentally slip his tongue and called Luma Leia. Luckily he was able to reassure them as he tells them that was Luma's mother's name. He states that sometimes when he looks at her, he mistakes her for her mother. As soon as the stormtroopers got out of the truck, Leia questions Obi-Wan if he knows her mother. She asks him about this because throughout the entire time they spent together, she always feels like Obi-Wan's hiding something from her. In fact, it's because of Obi-Wan being so secretive that she wonders if Obi-Wan is their real father. But as much as Obi-Wan liked to be, he tells her that he is not her father. Obi-Wan reassures Leia that he understands what she's feeling about wanting to learn more about their families. He said that for a very long time, he's always been curious about his family, as he didn't know what they looked like or who they were since he was taken by a young age by the Jedi Council. Although despite this, it was because of the Jedi Council that he was able to find a new family. However, their tender moments soon cut off as Obi-Wan noticed that Vec is taking them to have an inspection. The protocol begins and the droid then swoops down to scan Obi-Wan's face. But before the droid identified Obi-Wan as a wanted criminal, Obi-Wan quickly blasted it and ended up destroying it. Obi-Wan then proceeds to blast and kill all the stormtroopers, as well as giving one the Darth Maul treatment. Now thinking about it, Obi-Wan seems to really love cutting people's legs off. They then passed through the laser shields until they were caught by stormtroopers. Luckily for them, the person that Shadi tipped them off to was able to save them and killed all the stormtroopers. The woman then takes the two to a safe place, but the third sister and the rest of the Inquisitors manage to track down Obi-Wan at Mos Posa. The woman says that the pilot who agreed to take them won't be ready for the next few hours, so they have to lay low, which they manage to do so by hiding in a droid maintenance shop. The droid that works there, Nebby, opens up a secret passage to a little safe house. We soon learn that the woman's name is Tala, and she explains they have safe houses like this throughout the entire galaxy, trying to help people by giving them new identities, as well as transporting them to other worlds. This extends to Jedi as well. Leia wonders and asks Tala if the group that's helping these people are also Jedi, but she responds with no, considering the Empire are always hunting them down, even to the point of hunting children. most likely alluding that they've either turned them or sent them 6 feet under. They then heard a knocking noise from the front door, and 2 stormtroopers were searching the shop trying to find Obi-Wan, since a few people informed them that they saw a Jedi pass through here. After they were done searching the place, they decided to move on to the next one. Tala, alarmed at the Empire's awareness of Obi-Wan in the city, decided to speed up the plan. As she changes to a different outfit, Obi-Wan asks her why would she take a big risk like this. She states that she joined the Empire because he used to stood for something, till she found out what they really were, and it was too late to correct her mistakes. So by risking everything to help people, this will be her form of redemption. They're about to leave through the secret passageway until Obi-Wan sent something, or rather, sent someone. So Obi-Wan looks outside and he sees a bunch of people going inside their homes and running away. Reasonably so, as the big man himself has finally arrived. Darth, seemingly aware of Obi-Wan's presence around the neighborhood, decided to draw him out by harming innocent civilians. Bro literally snapped this man's neck in front of his own kid and dragged this woman on the ground. Obi-Wan then decides that he'll lead him away, so he asks Tala to take Leia to the pilot so that they can transport her back to Coruscant. Obi-Wan goes outside, hoping that Vader will sense him so that he can lead him away from them, which he did. The third sister wants to go after Obi-Wan, but the Inquisitor states that Vader wants to take him alone. The old, I don't want you guys to kill him, I will kill him myself. You know how it is in Star Wars. Obi-Wan runs as far as he can until Vader was able to catch up to him. Obi-Wan brings out his lightsaber and then he awkwardly runs away. When Vader catches up to Obi-Wan again, he delivers one of the coldest lines in the entire series.
What have you become?
I am what you made me.
They begin to fight, and it seems pretty obvious that Obi-Wan is at a big disadvantage due to his lack of training. Vader, on the other hand, he's been taking his daily dose of haterade, and he just can't wait to use that energy against Obi-Wan. While Leia and Tala are heading towards where the pilot is, Tala just can't help but be worried about Obi-Wan's well-being. Leia, noticing this, tells her to go get him while she goes to the pilot, which she happily obliged to. Oh yeah, just leave a child all on her own trying to meet up with a total stranger, hopefully trying to get her home, while you try to help a homeless Jedi. Little did they know that third sister managed to find the secret passageway. We then cut back to the fight and Obi-Wan is getting his ass handed to him. So then Darth Vader did something to remind us how much of an OG villain he really is. This man Vader used the Force to chokehold Obi-Wan, used his lightsaber to light the charcoals, and then he pushed Obi-Wan into the flames while dragging him using the Force. This man was all like, yeah, Mantha, yeah, you don't like that. You don't like that shit happening to you, huh? You don't like being burnt to a crisp, don't you? You're gonna feel exactly what I felt after you turned me into a burnt bacon. So after Vader toasts his ass, he ordered his stormtrooper to capture him. Luckily, Tala ignited the flames once again to use as a distraction so that her robot takes away Obi-Wan. So after he saved him, Tala decided to transport him to Jabin. The episode ends with Leia reaching the end of the hallway, which begs the question, how long is this thing? But that question really doesn't matter because the third sister somehow managed to reach the end of the hallway before Leia and killed the pilot, which then leads to Leia getting captured. For this episode, I think I have to give it a solid 7 out of 10. This is mainly due because of Obi-Wan's character and his psyche slowly breaking. Not only do we have Obi-Wan and Leia warming up to each other and having some sort of father and daughter bonding time, it's made even more so with the appearance of Vader after seeing what his Padawan has become. I think one of my favorite scenes in the episode was when Obi-Wan is trying to convince the stormtroopers that Leia was Luma. As the line he delivers is concealed as a lie, but with a hint of truth. As it shows that despite all this time being passed, he still mourns for Padme. And in a way, you could say that both Leia and Luke are both reflections of what he holds dear. Or rather, what he used to hold dear. The rest of the episode was alright, and I did like the lightsaber fight with Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. With all this being said, I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to follow me on my TikTok and my Instagram, and the link to those accounts are in the description down below, and I'll see you next time.